Hello children, Saira. Welcome back to Social Studies class. In our last session we had started with chapter 11, recording and communicating knowledge, and this is part 2. Children, in our last class we studied about introduction on communication, and in our today's class we are going to know more about written communication and writing numbers. Okay, so first of all, let us have a quick recap about what we studied in our last class. What is a communication? Communication is the exchange of information or ideas between people. We communicate when we talk to our friends, either face to face or even over the phone, that is on the telephone or mobile phones. We communicate when we write a letter or send an email. News, advertisements and other programs on the radio or television are also different forms of communication. Messages can be sent in two different ways, by speaking and by writing. Writing is a way of recording or storing words and ideas. Long ago, in ancient India, knowledge was passed on orally from generation to generation. Therefore, there was loss of knowledge. Then slowly and steadily, better methods of writing communication came into existence. That is, recording and communicating knowledge came into place. The earliest form of written communication was through pictures. Okay, that means pictures mainly of animals that were found on the walls of the caves where early men lived. Okay, so if you can see this picture here, a cave paintings from Bhimbetka, which is in Madhya Pradesh. So it's a cave painting where you could see the painting of people and different animals such as cow, goat, sheep, etc. Now, when you see the drawbacks of this mode of communication, so many pictures, that means drawing many figures of the animals, took a lot of time. Okay, making pictures took a long time. So people started using symbols. Okay, gradually the pictures were replaced by signs and symbols. Do you know, children, who were the first one to write the signs and symbols? Okay, let us see. The Sumerians of Mesopotamia, which is today's Iraq, were the first to develop a system of writing called as a script. Using signs over 5,000 years ago, which were written on clay blocks called as tablets. Okay, they wrote on blocks of clay called as tablets, and here we can see the image, and this is blocks of clay or a tablet, and you can see small symbols that have been used. When you see here, this is a clear picture of signs and symbols. So we say that the pictures were replaced by the symbols. The same if you see the Egyptians were using the script which had the combination of pictures as well as symbols. Okay, the Egyptians developed a script using pictures and symbols about 5000 years ago. The same thing if you see the script of Chinese and Japanese. Okay, the script of Japanese and Chinese contains pictures and symbols even today. Okay, children, the Chinese and Japanese scripts contains pictures and symbols even today. And here is the image. Okay, this is the image of the Chinese system of writing. Okay, children. So, their language is built on pictures and symbols. Now, from then to now, if we look at today, we use the system of alphabets. Okay, we use the system of alphabets. So, the alphabets are nothing but the symbols representing the different sounds that the humans produce. Do you agree, children? Yes, like you have learnt in the lower classes, A stands for A, B stands for B. Okay, so the different alphabets that we use today are nothing but representatives of the kind of sounds that we make with those alphabets. And the first alphabet system was developed in Syria. Okay, 3500 years ago. Okay, the first alphabet system was developed in Syria nearly 3500 years ago. And today if we see, there are nearly 50 different alphabet systems being used in the world today. Okay, now what about English? Yes, children, tell. How many alphabets do we have in English language? Yes, absolutely correct. There are 26 alphabets. Okay, there are 26 letters in English language. Okay, so the Roman alphabet system, which is used to write English, has 26 letters. Now, if we have to talk about the history of India, the oldest script in India was the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, the oldest script in India was the Indus Valley civilization. But really, the thing is, no one has been able to read this script. Okay. Now, if we see the Brahmi script, okay, the Brahmi script was next to be discovered after the Indus Valley script. Okay, if we see the history of languages, most scripts of the Indian languages today has been derived from the Brahmi script. Okay, the Brahmi was next to be discovered, and most scripts of Indian languages today are derived from the Brahmi script. On the screen, we have the Brahmi script. Okay, and then we have Devanagari script. This is the most common and popular script that we have, which is called as Devanagari script. And Hindi and other few Indian languages were derived from the Devanagari script. Okay, the Devanagari script was used to write Hindi and some other Indian languages. Now this is the script. Okay, if you look at it, I'm sure you will say that it's similar to Hindi. So Hindi language was derived from Devanagari script. So this is all about writing. Okay, writing alphabets, that is written communication. What about writing numbers? Yes, children, let us see. If you see writing numbers, in ancient times, the early men used the sticks and stones and even pictures to count, as we can see here in the image. The early humans used sticks, stones, and even some pictures for counting. That is to record the number of animals they killed, or number of people living in the village, etc. So they used sticks, stones or pebbles, and sometimes even pictures to keep record of numbers. But this was not the efficient way of counting. Later, we had the Romans who developed the way of writing number system, in which 7 symbols were used to write numbers. Okay, so the Romans developed a system of writing numbers which used just 7 symbols to write numbers from 1 to 1 crore. But today we use the Hindu-Arabic system. This system uses 10 symbols, as we can see here on the screen. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0. So the Hindu-Arabic system is the system that we use to count numbers today. And this Hindu-Arabic system was developed in India nearly 2000 years ago. But the Arabs took it to Europe and it spread worldwide from there. The common system of writing numbers used in most parts of the world today is the Hindu-Arabic system. So this is something that we need to feel proud about. And even the zero was invented in India. And if you see the beauty of Hindu-Arabic system, this system uses only 10 symbols from 0 to 9. So as I already read, so let me write it on the screen. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, these are the 10 symbols that we use to represent any numbers. Okay, so we use the numbers between 0 to 9 to represent them. Okay, children, so that's it with our today's class. Remaining topics we will continue in our next sessions. Until then, do take care of yourself and goodbye.